Hey guys, my name's Ethan, this is Carbra, and welcome to the series where I teach you how to build a Python Twitch bot for your Twitch channel. Today we're going to be building the base shell of the program and actually getting it to run and work and stuff. In the last episode we talked about how to actually create the bot. So if you still need to do that, then go and watch that video. In this one we're actually just doing the coding now. So first things first, before we do anything else, we need to do this. Because certain elements of the code we're going to use are actually written by Amazon, we need to include this license. We can modify it all we want, we can distribute it all we want, we can do anything we want with it at all. But we just need this link. This little line here is my own personal addition to it, because you can do that. I'm actually going to change that so it's Carbra. But yeah, you need at least this link, pretty much, to make it legal and stuff. Yay! So now with that out of the way, we're going to do our imports. So from irc.bot import single server irc-bot, and from request import get. These are the only two modules we're going to need. These are the only two imports. Oh my god, brain, keep up. These are the only two imports we're going to need for this particular program. We're also going to make a few constants, so we're going to say name, which is the name of the bot, which in this case is Boolassus. Yes, I know it's supposed to be Boolassus. I didn't fact check that before I made the bot, okay? I think I've still got a few days until I can change the name, so shh. And the owner is Super Twitch. That is my gaming Twitch channel, so, and Carbra doesn't have one, so we're just using that. We're also just using my bot's, my channel's bot account, which is probably extremely insecure, but oh well, it doesn't matter. I'll change the token, it's fine. So to make a bot, we actually need to make a bot object that inherits from a single server IRC bot. Which is why I said in the prerequisites you need to have some basic knowledge about how object-oriented programming works. If you don't, I'll recommend going and looking at, I'm pretty sure Centex would have covered it. Centex is a really good YouTuber, and I would highly recommend him if you are stuck on any of these base concepts. So we're going to create a class called bot, and it's going to inherit from a single server IRC bot. We're going to have our magic init function, and it's going to take self and nothing else, and we're going to set a few in-house constants here. So self.host is irc.chat.twitch.tv, there we go, if I can spell. Self.port is 6667, that is always 6667. Self.username I'm setting as name.lower, just because it's easier to have it that way around, rather than the other way around. Then you've got self.client ID, which is our client ID from over here. So if you go here and here, copy this, go back here and copy that there. That also needs to be in quotes. Self.token is what we did before. We're not going to copy this old thing just yet. That also needs to be in quotes. Hopefully that'll work. There's a chance the bot may still be using the old token, because I tried to do this before and it didn't work, and that's because it'll still think it was the old token. So I might need to change that, but we're just using that one for now. You won't need to worry about that. And self.channel, we're going to set an f string because it needs to have a hashtag in front of it for some reason. And we're just going to set that as owner. So that's the channel the bot is going to run in. The URL is, do the f string again, https /api.twitch.tv/kraken/users query string login equals, and then self, not bracket, curly brace, self.username. I think that's the end of it. And there you go. I'm running on quite a limited view of my template code at the moment, so headers equals, and then we need to make a dictionary. Starts with client ID, and then we need to pass the self.client ID in there, and then accept, and let me just get the string that we need to put in. Oh gosh, that's not what I wanted to do at all. Application/VND, presuming that stands for vendor. Twitch TV.v5 plus JSON. I'll get everything we need. And then move the view back on this one again. Resp equals get URL headers equals headers, and then we need to turn that into JSON. And then we need to get the channel ID, which is, this is literally all just to get the channel ID, by the way. Users, and then the 0th element, and then ID. So now we have the channel ID, we can actually connect to the channel. First we need to instantiate the block properly, so we need to do a supercall, which will essentially what this is doing here is it's running the init function of the single server IRC bot here. And inside self we need a list, and inside that we need a tuple that takes self.host, self.port, f-string, this is where we can put our thing in, and then self.token, and then we need to, that's the other list, and then for some reason I don't quite know why we need to put self.username in here twice. Beats me exactly why we need to do that, but oh well. And that's our init function done, so we can now kind of focus on other things. So we need to define a few other functions that are automatically called by the library at different points. One of which is the the onWelcome function, which is called whenever the bot connects to the channel, basically. So we need to make a few more requests to the Twitch API before we can get going. Tags, that's a very important one, and commands. I think that just means that the bot can do commands. Connection.cap. Oh, this CXN object is the connection object, by the way. Rec, and then f-string there. API called at twitch.tv / and then rec. Okay, cool. And then we need to join the channel. And then, do we even need the channel ID? I'm not entirely sure we do. Oh well, doesn't matter. And then we'll have self.sendMessage. SendMessage doesn't exist yet, but we're going to create it in a second. Text just now online, it's easy enough. Then we need to define a function that is going to run whenever someone sends a message to the chat. So that's on pub or on public message. And yeah, as I said, this is called every single time a user sends a message to the chat. So we need to define our tags as kv pair key. There is probably a slightly better way of doing this. I think I wrote this while I was slightly distracted. So I perhaps didn't do this in the best way possible. If someone can figure out a way to do it with items and stuff, or maybe values here, and not have to do kv pair key a value, just kind of do key value for event in something or other, let me know in the Discord. Because that would be probably quite nice. Because that doesn't look as though it's quite right. Because this, as far as I'm aware, this returns a list of dictionaries, and key and value are two different things. It's weird. It doesn't return it quite right. But no matter. And then we need so we need to create our user dictionary now, which I have the name, which you can make tags display name. That will preserve capitalizations and stuff, so you can have user name and then dot lower if you want just the standard username. And then we'll get the ID as well, because that's really good for, it's going to be really useful for storing data. That'll be user ID, and then we can pass that user dictionary around, and then we can work with that basically. And then message equals event dot arguments, and then the 0th one. The message. For now we're not actually going to do anything, we're just going to print something when we get a message. and we're just going to make sure that everything is working fine. So we're going to print the username, and then we're going to print the message as well. When dealing with f strings and stuff, if you started the string with a double quote like I have here, if you use a double quote here, it will break, and it's the same. So I've used a single quote here instead. If I use a single quote here, it will break. You need to use different styles of quotations to get stuff like that to work. It's the one problem with f string. They're very good, but here's the one problem with them. So just keep that in mind when you're doing stuff like that, because I know some people trip over that. I've tripped up on that many a time. When I'm going to create our send message function, which is going to be self.connection, which we're taking from the single server IRC bot up here, and then the send function for some reason is called private message. I don't know why. Self.channel and then message. So that is our bot pretty much ready to go. What we need to do now is actually run it. So if name equals main, bot equals bot, and then bot.start, and then so I'm going to run that in the background. We are going to get my Twitch channel up, just so we could see. Hopefully I'm not hosting anyone, because that would be really distracting. No, I'm not. Fantastic. So if we just run that, there we go. So now online, and if I just bring that here, so you can see it. There we go. Oh, that's actually not going to work. I need to do this one small. This one, oh god, big, like so. So I can type it in. You can still see what's going on. Send a message called test here. I say message Boulas says test. Hello, message Boulas says hello. I'm going to sign into my actual Twitch account just so you can kind of see that it works on other accounts. So I'll be back in a wee second. Okay, so now I'm logged into my actual Twitch channel. I can now say hello, and we get message from Superboo Twitch hello up here. So it works. It works perfectly fine. Hey YouTube. Cool. So yeah, we now have a working Twitch bot that can read messages. It just can't do anything with them yet. In the next video, we, I believe, are going to be handling commands and stuff. So we're going to be going straight into the meat of it and kind of doing what Twitch bots are meant to do, because you can't really do an awful lot with Twitch bots without commands, unless you wanted just a purely auto moderation bot, which is one of the things we're going to be doing a lot later in the series, but not quite yet. We're just going to be doing the slightly more basic stuff first. So if you like the video, say hello down below. If you have any questions, feel free to post them below as well, or you can join my Discord server to get help from me and other people. You can do that in the description, and I'll see you next time when we do some bot commands. So yeah, until then.